Aloha. Okay, I hope the lighting is okay. We are making the best of what we've got here today. Oh gosh, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna have to just go with it. I am so excited to really connect with you for my final video for 2021. And if you are anything like me, maybe you're ready to kind of leave this past year in the dust and leap into 2022. However, as someone who really has gotten herself into trouble in the past with being impulsive and impatient because of my Aries moon. I'm an Aries moon, Virgo sun, Pisces rising, in case you're wondering. And by the way, I didn't even say welcome to my channel, Ride, Pray, Love, where we are all about supporting you during these changing times with the medicine of the horse, connecting with source and beyond. And I am really today, and I'm kind of worked up. I've got to do some last minute, holiday shopping and errands that I'm getting ready to head out to do. I've got a ton of stuff going on, but I really wanted to get this final video to you of the year. And I also have a very special gift for you, so please stay tuned. Today I want to just cover some tips to help you release 2021 with more grace, with more gratitude, and with more glory, so that you can actually leap into 2022 from a better space, on the right foot, and set yourself up for success. Okay, so I'm actually going to invite you to take a moment with me, just because I'm feeling really wound up, and I usually do a little process before I come on, and I'm going to invite you to just join me for a minute here. We're just going to take a minute, close our eyes, and do a little stretch. You can even stand up doing this if you like. Allow yourself to just release and let go. This is a wonderful practice that we can borrow from the horses to literally shake it off, shake anything off that we really are ready to let go of. Any tension or stress in the body, just let it all go. Let your body have her way with you, and just lean into whatever she wants you to stretch. It could be gentle, it could be more vigorous. Let's just do about 10 more seconds. This feels so good. And slowly slowing it down, coming back into your body, letting your breath carry away any tension, tightness, and energies that are no longer serving. And as you feel ready, maybe rub your hands together, cover your eyes, and slowly come back to the room. Thank you for joining me with that. So, as I mentioned, my name is Helena Das. Welcome to my channel, Ride, Pray, Love. Welcome back if you are part of the community already. And if you're new, a warm welcome. And so happy that you have found your way here, and thrilled that you are joining us today. So, what I really have in store for you today is to share with you some tips around releasing 2021 in a way that allows you to not carry any of the heavy energies from this year, any of the stress, the tension, the trauma, the drama, whatever's been going on for you. And believe me, you are not alone if you've been experiencing, unexpected, events, some, plot twists and turns and spiritual potholes. You're really not alone. And I certainly had my fair share of them this year. And so something that I have been doing now for several years that I really love doing is reflecting back on the year and, integrating any of the pieces or parts that didn't go so hot, celebrating the parts that did, giving gratitude, right? Bringing all these pieces in some sort of ritual or practice or journaling to really allow me to step into the new year, the new cycle, the new month, whatever the case may be. You can really apply this anytime. It doesn't have to be just at the end of the year. And allow you to feel lighter and brighter and more clear, more inspired, more aligned with your soul and connected and ready to really embrace this next chapter of your life. And so if that sounds good to you, I am going to share with you these tips. I also have a very special holiday gift for you that if you stay with me, I'll tell you about in a little bit. And before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to inspire you with a message from the unicorns around what I really feel is going to be the overarching theme for the collective in 2022. When we look at the numbers 22 or 222 or 2 even, whether it's by itself or double dose or triple dose, in numerology, these number light codes carry energies and messages and frequencies that are really present and influencing us whether we're conscious of it or not. Perhaps you are someone who has, become very aware of like when you see that 111 or the 222 or the 333, right? Some people call them angel numbers. In numerology, they are called master numbers. And even in the Bible, there's certain scriptures that actually have different numbers and meanings. I've been expanding my horizon in that arena lately, and it's really intriguing and fascinating and enlightening, right? So what I want to share with you today is before, again, I give you these tips to releasing 2021 with more grace, is a special message from this book. It's called Unicorn Magic, and it's by Kitty Bishop. And she has the master numbers in here and what the unicorns have to say about these numbers. And for me, when I was reflecting on this actually yesterday, because yesterday was the 22nd of December, and, I have to say, in full transparency, I tried like a handful of times doing a video for you yesterday, and the energy, my vibes, everything was it just was off. It wasn't happening. And so, I know I'm a day late, but it is the holiday season, and this is going to be my last one for the year. But as I said, I hope you'll stick with me because I have a very special holiday gift for you, in addition to sharing these tips. And really want to support you in letting go of this year, which has been so stressful and traumatic for so many of us, right? On some level, and, allow us to more gracefully really soar into the new year. So let's talk about this 2 number. And what the unicorns have to say about it. So they're saying to keep holding your vision and intent, knowing that what you have planted through your words, thoughts, and actions will grow and bear fruit in accordance with universal laws. This is the number of genius and inspiration. Risk being an idealist, a visionary. You are a leader. If you're tuning into this, you are a leader. And if you have a lot of 2s in your, in your star codes, in your birth chart, that's emphasized. And if you're seeing 222 a lot lately, that means you. I've been like seeing it like crazy this past year. Anyway, you are a genius. This is the number of genius and inspiration. I lost my spot. Risk being an idealist, a visionary. You are a leader, a bridge builder. Compassion, service, and philanthropy lead to universal transformation. And I love that because I really feel like that is, again, in a nutshell, beautifully summarizes the energies of 2022 that we are, very quickly approaching, because obviously when you look at the 222s, right, of the numbers of the year, right? So those twos are there, and it's like a triple dose of two, and two by itself in numerology, the way I studied it, really has to do with peace, partnership, relationship, balance, cooperation, harmony, like, really at that balance of the masculine and feminine, and really looking at our partnerships and our relationships, on whatever level. And, this can be very broad. It can have to do with our personal relationships, friendships, family, work, colleagues, romantic. It can also be our relationship to, our animals, our children, our family, which obviously this time of the year can bring up a lot of stuff, right? And the other piece that I really am feeling called to mention is looking at our relationship with ourself, with a higher power, our source, the God of your understanding, and even our relationship to, say, our bodies, food, money, all of these things can really give us a lot of information around the dynamics of relationship and the way we are doing relationship, right? There is a coach, and I can't remember her name, many moons ago, who said the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so chances are, if you start looking at some of these areas and your common threads in the relationships in the different areas I just mentioned, you'll likely start to see some common threads, and that can give you so much information and awareness. And of course, that's where change, growth, and expansion starts, right? In our hearts, but having that awareness to know where we are right now and where do we desire to be. Is where we are okay? Are we happy with it? Or do we want to grow? Do we want to raise the bar, raise our standards, and rise to our next level? So chances are, if you're tuning into this, I'm guessing you, like me, are part of the latter category. And so I just wanted to share that this theme, in whatever flavor, unique flavor that might look like for you, is going to be up next year. And, the other piece I want to bring in is when we add the twos together and the zero, we get the number, it reduces to the number 6. And 6 is actually, for me, like being pregnant with possibility. It is, because you think about that belly, right? And it's also about nurturing. It's about self-care. It's about, really birthing, if you will, gestating your dreams and desires, and allowing yourself that time and space to do that, to like tend to the garden of your soul, as I like to say. And so I think it's going to be a really powerful time for us next year, both individually and collectively. And the good news is, as crazy as 2021 has been, because it's a 5-year and it's been all about accelerated change, transformation, instability, shaking things up, right? So that we can bring a change, this much needed change in. And so I do believe that while we still have a ton of change and growing to do, I do believe that next year overall is going to be, on a softer note, a one that's a bit gentler, still going through the changes. And of course, every individual has their unique journey depending where they are at. But I just, wanted to share that as sort of the cosmic vibes for 2022, if you will. So let me get my notes here, and we are going to chat about I've broken this down into kind of 3 keys or phases or levels of really working on letting go of 2021 in a way that is serving you, as opposed to sweeping it under the rug, which, believe you me, that used to be my go-to. And sometimes I do have to slow myself down to remind myself to do this. And so this reminder is as much for me as it is hopefully for you if it resonates, okay? And so these three pieces that I like to weave into my personal journaling process and ritual for releasing the year. It's a little bit more expanded than my monthly one that I typically do with the lunar cycles. And it has to do with celebration, integration, and then the co-creation through activation. How do you like that? That all rhymed. And so let's take a moment and talk about, the celebration piece, where really I think it's so important, and we can forget to do this. And, I know that I do too. Again, I have to remind myself as well. And by the way, I've been doing this new practice that I learned from Mel Robbins, who is one of the most highly paid transformational speakers in the world. She literally gets paid 6 figures an hour as a speaker. Anyway, she shares this practice called, high five, right? And to really look in the mirror and high five yourself. So like right now, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm seeing all my grays. My hair is just not like cooperating today. And I don't always wash it, and it was kind of too cold to wash it because I don't dry it. I don't blow dry it. I just let it dry naturally, and I just didn't want all the wet. Anyway, so, when we look in the mirror, I used to do the practice of really, loving yourself, right? Saying you love yourself in the mirror, look in your eyes. And that can be a very powerful practice, but it also, depending on where you're at, it can be kind of intense. I know at one point when I started doing that many moons ago, it was, and I love her take on looking in the mirror and just giving yourself a high five. And, you're alive today, you got up today, whatever's going on, high five, you got this. So just thought I'd share that. Anyway, that is connected to this celebration piece. I know it seemed like a tangent, but anyway, the celebration piece is so important for us to take that time to celebrate our wins. I ran a Morning Glory Master Sister Mind last year, and one of the things that we did on every call before we dove into wherever people were looking for support was to celebrate our wins, celebrate your progress. Where have you grown? What are you grateful for? What are you most proud of yourself for in this past year, despite and in spite of the craziness and the madness that it brought? Can you find a few things to really not only be grateful for, but celebrate yourself around that really you can give yourself like this beautiful high five, okay? So that's the first piece that I want to bring in. Here goes the nose. Okay, sorry. The second key I find that is really helpful or level to work through is the integration piece, okay? To really integrate, again, those events that perhaps you were disappointed and they didn't work out the way you planned or hoped or intended. The curveballs, right? Maybe some heartbreaks, maybe some regrets, whatever the case may be, to really, take a look at a few of, I don't know about you, but there was more than one for me this year. Okay. And usually there is more than one. Being the, Virgo perfectionista that I am, I can be my own worst critic, right? But, really take some time and maybe listing out the top, say, 3 things that, really were the most emotionally charged for you that happened this past year. And then looking at them, at how you can maybe rewire them, rewrite the story, maybe, find the gift in them, or how it was a blessing in disguise. How can you shift that energy so that you're not carrying that disappointment, that heartache, whatever, the emotions are with you into the new year? Because, and here's something that I'm very passionate about, shedding light on, that has been so much a part of my journey, my healing journey, my work, and the work that I have done with, countless women all over the world to help them really reclaim their personal power and, get their sexy back, as I like to say, in their bodies and their lives. And part of the way that we have done that, or that I've helped them to do that, is to release the energies in their bodies that are associated with these past events, whether it's a trauma, whether it's a limiting belief, whether it's stress, tension, whatever it is. Everything is energy. Everything starts out as energy. Everything is connected to energy. And when we can actually address that energetic piece and part, the emotions, the mentality, those different layers and levels, you can actually experience miracles in the physical, which has been my experience again for myself and many of the countless women that I've worked with all over the world doing this work. And so one of the most important things, I think, to not carry, to lighten our loads, so to speak, as we go into the new year, is to not carry that junk in our trunk with us. So not only will we feel lighter and brighter, but more able to access, our vision and be more connected to our clarity, our intuition, and possibility, right? So powerful to take the time to do this work. Okay. And then finally, as I said, the last piece is really that co-creation, which for me starts with the activation of your sacred vision, aligning with your soul's values. What are your vibes, your vibration, again, your thoughts, feelings, your energy, your emotions, what are they like right now? And are they in alignment with your arrow, with the arrow towards your target, your soul's goals for 2022 and beyond? Or even if it's just the next 30 days, if you want to break it down in chunks, which is really what I do throughout the year as well, and the way that I work. And then, like at the end of the year, then we go ahead and do a bigger kind of, big picture sort of vision. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. And and along with all of this, I'm really excited to tell you about my free holiday gift that I've been working on just for you, to help you if you resonate with this message and you're like, yeah, this is helpful, but like, where do I start? And how do I actually, do this in a way that feels, tangible and productive and, what is the word I'm looking for? I guess that works, tangible, productive. And so what I did was I actually created, with a whole lot of love, a playbook journal. Okay. And I've named it several times, changed the name several times, but essentially it's a playbook journal, which crazily, you can't make this up, turned out to be 22 pages. How crazy is that, right? The 22. Anyway, it's a journal filled with soul reflection prompts for you to do the work that I was sharing here. I actually break it up into 5 sections: the gratitude, the reflection and the rewiring, the activation piece, celebration, and then embracing the new, embracing 2022. And so it's filled with, the best provocative soul reflection questions that I've could come up with and have collected over the years on my journey. And it's a downloadable PDF, so you can download it, print it out. I'm a big fan of old-fashioned, write it out. Blue pen is best. It actually scientifically has been shown to help rewire your subconscious and really amp your manifestation skills. I have stories on that, but in a nutshell, it can help your written word become your magic wand. So I intentionally, created it that way for you. And so it is, I'm going to put a link down below so you can access this free 2022 playbook journal. It's not for the whole year. It's essentially to help you transition, as we've been talking about here, release 2021 and activate 2022 for your best year ever. Okay. And so that is my gift to you. And as a special bonus, I couldn't help myself. It is the holidays. I actually was guided to include after the new year on January 4th, a special workshop where if you can give yourself maybe between now and then to like work through the journal at your own pace and do the different parts. It doesn't have to be done all in one day or by the end of the year. Like enjoy the ride, feel into the flow that's right for you. Go at your own pace. And what we're going to do in this special, it's a Windhorse Wisdom, Worth, and Wealth workshop. I'm going to do a Windhorse Transmission. I was at one time, my guides called me Windhorse Woman because I channeled the collective spirit of the horse. So we'll be doing a transmission to activate the new year. They are known, in case you're not familiar with the Tibetan wind horse, they are known to actually help carry your prayers to heaven and activate prosperity, good fortune, longevity, vitality, and more. So they are one of my horse spirit guides that I have worked with. And so they have graciously offered to do this transmission for you. And I can also, we're going to do that transmission, and then I will answer any questions you might have. If you got stuck, anywhere in the journal, or if something, is there and you feel like you wrote about it, but you'd like to maybe release or integrate it at a deeper level, that's where I am going to help you do that, in terms of my intuitive gifts. So, it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait for that. And really, at the end of the day, I just wanted to just say from my heart, this is my holiday heart gift and a video message to you, wish you the most beautiful, peaceful, magical holiday season, however you celebrate, if you celebrate, and New Year. And I can't wait to connect with you in 2022 and start making some magic. The other piece that I didn't mention, I talked about the partnership and relationship piece of the two vibration, but really, feeling called to community and collaboration and cooperation and connection, right? All of these pieces are really going to be highlighted, and I can feel them in me just wanting to be amplified as well. I can be a bit of a hermit with my Virgo sun. And so I am also inviting myself to stretch in that arena, and I have some, special projects going on, creative projects going on behind the scenes that I'll be bringing forward, in the new year to do that with you. And spoiler alert, one of them is going to be creating a community, not on Facebook. For those of you who, like me, maybe just kind of had your fill over there, but that's a little bit more private and intimate, and where we can network and connect and support each other. And the name I have for it right now is the Cosmic Cowgirl Collective. So if you like the sound of that, definitely stay tuned. And yeah, I am super excited. Again, I will put the link for this holiday gift for you down below. I hope you will help yourself. Please share the love. If you have friends who might benefit, invite them to, share the link with them so that they can not only get the book, but also the complimentary ticket to the Windhorse workshop I'll be doing on January 4th. It'll be by Zoom. If you can't make it, you'll get the recording, but you do need to sign up, and you will be automatically signed up, as I say on the page, when you grab your journal. When you grab your playbook journal gift, my holiday Blissmas gift to you. So I think that's all I have for you today. I love you. And before you go, it would be the most wonderful holiday gift to me if you would take a moment, if you're still here, if you received value from this video, to share the love, subscribe, hit that like button, comment below, whatever level, however, speaks to you. But it would mean the world to me to really get my message and my work out to more people and grow this channel. So with that, again, have the most amazing holiday season. I will see you in the new year. This is my last video for the year. I may, no promises, no guarantees. I may do a short or two, as inspired, depending on the flow over the holidays. But otherwise, I will see you in 2022. Alrighty, I love you, and may the force of horse and source be with you. My unbridled love and blessings. Namaste. Ciao for now. Bye.